Welcome to this explainer. Today we are unpacking the unique science behind literally hardening your home's exterior against the absolutely intense elements of the Colorado Front Range. We're going to dive right into the specific materials and the heavy-duty engineering you need to protect your biggest investment.
Let's kick things off with a pretty provocative question. Because, look, whether you live right up in the foothills or down in central Boulder, our environment is actively attacking standard building materials every single day. Seriously, if your home was built using traditional coastal or sea-level materials, it's probably already failing.
Okay, here's our roadmap for today. 1. Boulder's brittle climate. 2. Why James Hardie wins. 3. High-altitude window science. 4. Siding and window FAQs. And finally, 5. The 5280 exteriors difference. Section 1. Boulder's brutal climate.
So to really understand the solution, we've got to look at our baseline problem, which is elevation. Sitting at 5,430 feet, the lower atmospheric pressure up here literally pulls and stresses sealed building materials. Think about it. When standard products are manufactured down at lower elevations and then hauled up here, the trapped higher pressure air inside them just wants to expand. It's causing structural stress before a storm even hits.
But, it's way more than just pressure. Your home is fighting a constant battle on multiple fronts. We get over 300 days of sunshine annually, which sounds great, right? But it means accelerated UV degradation. Wood fades and cracks while other materials just give up. Plus, we experience these massive diurnal temperature swings. We're talking swings that can easily exceed 50 degrees in a single 24-hour period. Oh, and we sit right in an active hail corridor. Add in the brutal freeze-thaw cycles where moisture seeps into inferior products and expands. And of course, the ever-present wildland-urban interface, or WI, fire risk. It is a tough place for a house.
All right, Section 2. Why James Hardie wins.
Here is the thing. James Hardie doesn't just make a generic one-size-fits-all siding. They actually engineer their products for specific regions. The Hardie's own HZ5 formulation is this specialized fiber cement matrix engineered strictly for brutal, fluctuating climates, exactly like ours. It is designed specifically to resist extreme temperature variance, severe freeze-thaw exposure, and that intense Rocky Mountain UV we just talked about. The contrast between these materials is honestly wild. Vinyl siding? It expands and contracts dramatically with those huge daily temperature swings. It can literally warp in the intense summer sun, and then in the winter, it gets so brittle that a cold hailstorm will just shatter it. But James Hardie fiber cement? It remains incredibly dimensionally stable. It doesn't melt, warp, or fade, and it carries a Class 4 impact rating. That's the highest rating available to shrug off that high-velocity Colorado hail. And if you live in places like Fourmile Canyon or Sunshine Canyon, this non-combustible Class A fire rating isn't just some nice-to-have perk. It is an absolutely critical layer of defense. Fire feasts on wood and melts vinyl almost instantly, exposing your home's frame. But Hardie fiber cement will not ignite when exposed to a direct flame. It physically hardens your home's exterior against dangerous ember storms. Moving on to Section 3, High-Altitude Window Science.
Okay, so a true high-altitude window is pretty much a marvel of engineering. First off, you need fiberglass or composite frames. Why? Because they expand and contract at almost the exact same rate as the glass itself, which prevents seal failures. Second, low E glass coatings are completely essential to block out those intense UV rays. Third, you need double or triple panes with argon or krypton gas fills for insulation. And fourth, the absolute secret weapon up here, capillary tubes.
I really want to focus on this for a second, because without capillary or breather tubes, standard sea-level windows will actually bulge and distort at 5,000 plus feet. Remember that pressure differential we talked about earlier? Well, if a window is sealed at sea level, that trapped high-pressure gas pushes outward in Boulder's thin air. This creates this crazy ballooning effect that causes optical distortion and eventually totally ruptures the seals. Capillary tubes prevent all of that by letting the window breathe and equalize. Section 4. Siding and Window FAQs. Beyond the physical protection, fiber cement is just a massive financial asset. Get this. Fiber cement siding replacement is delivering an incredible 114% return on investment right now in 2025. It's literally one of the few projects where you get back more in home value than you spend. Most full residing projects take about 5 to 10 days, and the cost typically ranges from $18,000 to $55,000, or more, depending on your home's size and complexity. Now, you might be wondering, do I need HOA approval for these upgrades in Boulder? Yes, for sure.
Many local neighborhoods have really strict material and color guidelines, but don't stress about it. A premium local contractor will actually help you navigate that whole complex approval process, so your project moves forward without a hitch. Section 5. The 5280 Exteriors Difference. This brings us perfectly to why who you hire matters. 5280 Exteriors holds elite preferred status with James Hardie. This is an incredibly rigorous tier achieved by less than 1% of contractors nationally. So why does this matter to you? Well, that full 30-year non-prorated product warranty we mentioned, it is only valid if it's installed perfectly to the manufacturer's strict specs. Only elite preferred contractors can guarantee that level of flawless execution and unlock that warranty for you. And here is a really crucial number for you, 2. 5280 Exteriors is literally the only contractor in the entire state of Colorado to win back-to-back President's Club Awards in 2024 and 2025. That is the absolute highest performance recognition James Hardie gives nationally for elite installation quality and customer satisfaction. It's a huge deal. Because they specialize in these mountain and front-range homes, specifically WI fire-resistant installations, 5280 Exteriors is uniquely equipped to guide you through hardening your property. They know exactly what it takes to survive our demanding climate, and they offer free, totally no-pressure estimates so you can find the right product for your exact situation.
So, I'm going to leave you with a question to think about today. Is your home's exterior slowly failing, or is it genuinely armed to survive the next decade of Boulder's extreme weather? Because in a climate that actively breaks standard materials, just hoping for the best, it's really no longer a viable strategy. Evaluate your home and protect it right. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and we will catch you next time.